What happens around us when we're not looking?
This whole place is satanic, I swear, bro. Wait.
This single thought made me gather all these crazy videos.
What's going on, boys? Hey, what's going on with the hazmat suits?
And look at this. Some sort of ritual's been going down.
What are they doing, though?
Dude, what the hell is that?
What? Freaking going in circles and everything. What the hell's going on?
No. Yo, it's right there. Creepy that thing is.
Oh!
So now we're gonna lose our drone.
From people performing satanic rituals to cameras recording unsettling moments around the world. Hang on to know the creepy things that only occur when nobody's watching. Satanic ritual in CERN. In Switzerland, a man heard some strange noises outside his apartment in the middle of night. Out of curiosity, when he looked out the window, he was shocked. People dressed in black were gathering outside in a strange way.
What the
And just by their appearance, the man realized they were likely preparing to perform some type of satanic ritual. He began to observe them closely, and just then, a girl stepped forward, removed her black satanic robe, and lay down on the floor as if she were the focus of the entire ritual. That man was terrified by what he witnessed and quickly closed the window. However, no one ever found out what happened there afterward. Mermaid cover-up. In Utah, something strange happened as two figures in hazmat suits were spotted near a lake, doing something totally unusual. They were pulling what looked like a merman out of the water. With a vivid green tail that was impossible to miss, this creature left everyone shocked. Just as things were getting interesting, the hazmat team loaded the merman onto a stretcher and slipped out of sight behind some rocks. That's when the video cut off abruptly, leaving viewers hanging, including me, of course. The person recording apparently panicked and took off, leaving the rest of this bizarre mystery wide open for your guesses. Gravedigger. A man stepped out of his home for his routine walk, but he encountered something he had never imagined.
Oh God.
He was terrified as he saw it and began to observe from a distance, trying to understand what it was doing. But when he looked closely, he realized it was digging a grave. That was the moment he decided it was better to leave the area. No one ever found out who it was digging the grave for.
Oh God.
Cemetery ghost. In this clip, two guys spot a girl wandering alone in a graveyard from their apartment window.
I've been recording the whole time. Yo, me and Eon seen this bitch walking through the cemetery.
And of course, they start recording. Dressed in a creepy outfit and walking barefoot, she moves from one grave to another, even resting her head on a few tombstones. The two friends, both fascinated and freaked out, start yelling at her.
Yo! She ain't answering nobody. She ain't look at us. You're going the whole way.
But the girl doesn't respond. She just keeps going, placing flowers and even hopping on some graves. The strangest part of this video comes now. After roaming around, she disappears behind a large tombstone and never comes back out. This video leaves us with just as many questions as the guys recording it. Masked Pope. A video was shared on social media from an unknown source showing a strange man who resembled Pope Francis. It seemed like someone was trying to expose something related to Pope Francis because when the man scratched his face, it became clear that he was wearing a mask resembling the Pope's face. The video quickly went viral everywhere, and people shared various opinions about it. Some believed that this was not the real Pope, and that someone had misused his identity, while others thought that Pope Francis was never real, and that this was a satanic entity appearing in a human form as the Pope. Cult in a tunnel. In this video, two teens head into a forest at night to explore, but things get eerie within minutes. They quickly pick up odd sounds. like voices and distant screaming, and spot strange lights flickering between the trees.
Come quick, what the fuck is that?
And out of curiosity, well, we all know what curiosity leads to, so they nevertheless go deep in the forest, only to come across what seemed like a group of people with candles, chanting and moving through the woods. The teens get scared and retreat to a nearby tunnel, but the mysterious crowd appears to follow, leaving the teens with no choice but to get out fast. What would you do if you came across a situation like this? Demonic rituals. Some explorers recently made a chilling discovery in an old, isolated farmhouse in Cornwall. This place was once owned by Aleister Crowley, the infamous occultist who called himself the Great Beast. They came across symbols, strange markings, and what seemed like ritual remains scattered around the abandoned property.
So you step inside Aleister Crowley's house and look at this. Some sort of ritual's been going down with names and symbols I have never even heard of.
Crowley, a self-proclaimed practitioner of dark rituals, is said to have used this place as a base for his occult practices back in the day. Walking through the eerie rooms and spotting symbols they couldn't even recognize, the explorers couldn't help but feel they'd stepped into a dark world. Operation Vegetarian. A video was uploaded by an unknown source on social media revealing something that shocked every viewer. This video is from the 1970s, showing a group of scientists strangely taking some sheep with them. At first, it was hard to understand what was happening, but later, when the scientists in hazmat suits arrived, it became clear that they were performing some creepy experiments on the sheep. It seemed like many of the sheep were not surviving the experiment, but some questions arise. What exactly was this experiment, and why is this video now being shown to the public? Maybe this mystery will never be solved, and I hope no such experiments are taking place anywhere now. Creepy trio. Coming across 3 figures dressed in black robes and eerie white masks in the middle of an open field is definitely not on anyone's bucket list.
Yo, hurry, bro, hurry.
Dude, hurry,
What are you doing?
Dude, what the hell is that?
Bro, those are people.
Yo, they're moving, Dude, that's literally people in the middle of the field.
These mysterious individuals were caught on drone footage busy in what seemed to be a ritual under broad daylight. A rather bold move. But things took a turn when they began to move in circles, making the drone operator feel a wave of fear. When the trio noticed the drone, they quickly scattered in different directions and vanished from sight. It turns out that the original uploader of this chilling footage is Stromedy, known for regularly sharing similar content. So believe it or not, totally up to you.
Yo, they're looking at the drone. Yo, back the drone away. Oh my god.
Why are they
100% like a cult ritual?
Appearing cyclist.
Нормально.
In Russia, while a local news reporter was interviewing 2 men, something unusual happened. Suddenly, a man appeared behind the interviewer and went away as if nothing was unusual. When this video was shared online, it quickly went viral, and people had different opinions about it. Some believed he arrived through some form of teleportation, while others thought he was already there, and the camera angle made it look like he appeared out of nowhere. Washed shore. In this video, a creature washed ashore and left everyone absolutely stunned. Could it be a mermaid? Well, it certainly looked like one. Or who knows? Maybe it actually was, with a pale figure and a long tail. Its upper body was covered by the beachgoers with a towel. Visitors, Coast Guard, and even the police gathered there, all wondering about the creature as it lay there, barely moving its tail. It seemed alive, if only slightly. What happened next still remains a mystery, but moments like these really make you wonder if those fairy tales are based on reality. Honestly, it'd be pretty wild if they were. Creepy baby. Back in 2016, a video was uploaded on social media showing a baby balancing on the railing of its crib. The baby's eyes were shining strangely, and it remained there for 22 seconds. Seeing all this, online users believe that the baby was possessed. However, let me tell you the real story.
Is this real or not?
Oh, it's 100% real. It is definitely real.
His eyes appeared to glow because of the night vision camera, and his strong grip and coordination helped him maintain his balance. So not an unusual baby, but a super baby, I would say. Bigfoot's hideout. A tourist was exploring the Giant's Causeway when suddenly something unusual happened. Out of nowhere, one of the giant rocks suddenly closed like a door, catching the tourist's attention.
Look, look.
Now, what happened before that moment, how the door opened, and who went inside will never be known. But one thing was certain, there must be a giant here. That tourist left, and no one ever witnessed anything like that again.
Look, look.
Possessed. In 2016, a shocking incident occurred in a supermarket in Korea, where a woman appeared to become possessed. Surveillance footage showed her calmly shopping. But then suddenly, she felt something wrong. The situation escalated quickly as she began convulsing, throwing her head back and emitting a loud wailing sound that alarmed other shoppers. As people tried to help her, she continued to scream, creating a scene that drew significant attention. Eyewitnesses captured the chaos on their phones, and eventually the woman calmed down. No one knows exactly what it was, but I believe there was some entity that entered her body. Pilgrimage. A ritual out in the open was caught on camera almost 2 years ago in an unknown location. But what was clear was that they were on a cliff, and in the middle of the circle, there were 2 people. The ones circling them were only wearing a single white cloth. And to capture this in the middle of nowhere is a chilling sight for sure. Who were these people, and what sinister act were they up to? I guess we'll never know. Forest Witch. A group of YouTubers decided to explore the Blair Witch forest with the help of a drone camera to see if there really was a witch there or not. For a long time, they didn't spot anything unusual, but then they saw the witch, who seemed to be searching for something there.
Thing is.
Oh! Whoa, hold on, hold on.
What the heck is that?
They started observing her, and within moments, she went into an abandoned house. They moved their drone closer to the house, unaware that she had noticed it. The witch came out with her broomstick, signaling them to leave, but they didn't back off. After a while, she reappeared, and they again started observing her. She went behind a tree, muttered a strange spell, and moments later, their drone got damaged. They immediately left the site, which, honestly, they should have done much earlier.
Any second now, from now we're gonna lose our drone.
Watch out! Yo!
Creepy entity. A group of friends was traveling late at night when they spotted an abandoned house. They decided to rest there for a while, but as soon as they entered, they felt a strange noise. They looked around, trying to figure out where the sound was coming from, and suddenly they spotted a cage with a scary dog inside.
Can you understand me?
It looked like the result of some kind of scientist experiment. The friends left immediately and never returned there again.
Can you understand me?
Strange people. Now what I am going to show you will totally puzzle you. A group of friends visiting Niagara Falls noticed something unusual. Everyone around them was frozen in place.
What the is happening?
Unable to move. It felt as if there was a glitch in the Matrix, creating a surreal moment that left them questioning what was happening. They observed them for a long time, and eventually they decided to leave, fearing that they might end up stuck like everyone else. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments.
Gotta go. Get me out.
Possessed circle. Could this be some kind of eerie ritual? Or maybe something supernatural? A group of boys was caught on video acting in a way that gives major chills. They're standing in a circle. each leaning backward so far that it looks like they might tip over at any moment. The video's origin and location are unknown, adding even more mystery. Some people think it was a dark ritual of some sort, while others suppose it could have been an attempt to summon something. But whatever it was, it clearly didn't go as planned. Creepy spirit. Sometimes, animals seem to see things that people could not. It's the spirit I am talking about. In a small town in Indonesia, a farm's CCTV also captured something similar. In the middle of the night, a strange ghostly figure appeared in front of a cow, which seemed a bit surprised when the cow sensed it. Or maybe even saw it. It stayed there for a while, and maybe, because of the cow, the ghost couldn't do whatever it was planning to do. When the farm owner saw all this, he surely must have given the cow some extra care. Caught red-handed.
Now, if you give me your word that you're going down this river, are you going to allow them to poison anymore today?
On September 8, 2022, footage surfaced showing Wayne Narvey encountering environmental agents in hazmat suits who were releasing chemicals into New Brunswick's Miramichi Lake. This activity was reportedly part of an official attempt to control smallmouth bass, an invasive fish species that was disrupting the lake's natural ecosystem.
I already see one dead fish right there.
The treatment involved using a chemical called Noxfish 2, a pesticide, which aimed to reduce invasive fish populations to protect native species. This approach, however, met with protests from local indigenous groups and environmental advocates who were concerned about the impact on other aquatic life. Creepy building. In Saudi Arabia, a traveler saw an abandoned building and thought to rest there for a while. However, when he entered, he felt something unusual. He moved carefully, looking around the building while feeling both scared and curious. Suddenly, he saw a scary hand reaching out from a room. Even though he was scared, he moved closer, and then what he feared happened. A creepy woman with her body twisted backward was looking at him, as if she had trapped him there. He quickly ran away from there and never returned. I believe he should have taken that step in the beginning. Mermaid sighting. Even mermaids need a bit of sunbathing, right? And when they do, they might just end up on camera. In this clip, a mermaid is caught chilling on a rocky little island while tourists film it from a passing boat. It's shot from quite a distance. But you can spot what looks like a gray mermaid resting out there. Seems legit to you? Well, the footage goes from clear to grainy pretty quickly, like any classic hoax. But who knows? Real or fake? It's your call. Ghost Man. Not all mysterious figures are bad. Some can be good as well. This was proven by a CCTV camera last year when a girl was crossing the road and nearly got hit by a car. But how did she escape? Just see for yourself. Out of nowhere, a ghost man appeared and, in the blink of an eye, dropped her on the other side of the road and disappeared. Everyone present was shocked, as neither the car drivers nor the girl understood what had happened. But at least she was saved, and credit goes to the ghost man. Grim Reaper. When everyone's attention was on King Charles's coronation last year, a CCTV camera captured something else. During the rehearsal for a special parade at Westminster Abbey, a mysterious figure known as the Grim Reaper was seen passing by the gate. Surprisingly, no one noticed it at the time, but later, the CCTV footage left everyone shocked. When this video was shared online, people had different opinions. Some believed it was a deliberate act to make people think negatively about the king, while others thought he was involved in satanic activities. Walk on water. A man was going fishing on his boat when he saw something there that would be hard to believe. A man was walking on the water as if he was walking on solid ground. It seemed like this strange man did not belong to this world, as if he had come from another universe. Surprisingly, he was never seen again, and the mystery of his appearance was never solved. Ritualistic dance. An expert was exploring a small village in Africa when he came across something that completely puzzled him. Some locals were performing a strange ritualistic dance around a hut. They had 2 dolls, probably one male and one female. They cast a peculiar spell on them and placed the dolls inside the hut. The truly shocking part happened when they began their dance again. The hut started to spin around and around, as if there were real humans inside the dolls, instead of just figures. This was an unbelievable moment for the expert, and he might never find out what those acts truly were. Jumping Yeti. Back in 2021, a man in Russia went to explore the woods. Everything was normal, but then he felt some strange movement around him. He thought it might be a wild animal, but it was something else.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, a giant Yeti passed right in front of him, and surprisingly, it was jumping and moving in a weird way. It looked like the giant was in a rush of something. The man decided it was better to leave the site, which I would say was the right decision.
Oh my god.
Woods mystery. In a small town in Mexico, people often hear strange noises coming from the woods late at night. But one went there alone to figure out what exactly was happening there. In the beginning, everything seemed normal for a while, but then he heard that same strange noise. He was just looking around, and suddenly an alien appeared right in front of him. Surprisingly, both of them calmly observed each other for a while before the man decided to leave the area. Since that day, no noises have come from there, and the reason remains a mystery to everyone. Alien abduction. A video was shared online by an unknown source, showing something that puzzled every viewer. In the video, a man can be seen casually stepping out of his house, but suddenly he disappears in a way that looks like an alien abduction. No one ever figured out where the man went, and after all this, people shared different opinions about it. Some believed it was just a camera malfunction that made it look like he vanished, while others thought it was an alien abduction because the man was never found. Russian alien. This video circulated a lot all over the internet earlier this year, and conspiracy theorists couldn't get enough of it, even though the truth was hiding in plain sight. This footage shows someone in hazmat suit inside what looks like a medical facility, pushing an alien in a wheelchair. But the odd part is the alien glances right at the camera for a few moments, looking way too comfortable. While some people took it seriously, it's pretty clear that this is just an artificially generated clip. Still, it's wild how realistic these videos can seem, even when they're completely staged. Obama's bodyguard. During Obama's visit to Israel over a decade ago, something odd was caught on camera that people are still talking about today. In this footage, while Obama is on stage, a Secret Service agent in the background appears quite unusual. The agent on the left has facial features that look oddly similar to descriptions of reptilians, with an elongated chin and ear openings that seem more like holes, almost lizard-like. But the strangest part is, despite these eerie details, the people around didn't seem to notice or react at all. It's left a lot of viewers wondering, was it just overlooked, or does everyone already know something we don't? Encounter with cult. Imagine hearing strange noises outside and deciding to check it out. That's exactly what happened in this video, where a guy steps outside to his backyard and flips on the light, only to find a bunch of teenagers dressed casually in shorts gathered on his trampoline, performing some bizarre ritual. Cult activity? Not quite. Turns out these teens were simply on their way home from a party, but they couldn't resist sneaking onto the man's property for some extra fun. Spooked by the unexpected sight, the homeowner called the police. The night ended with the teenagers getting a good talking to and being sent on their way. Baptism apparition. A camera in Honduras recently captured what some are calling a divine moment during a river baptism. This footage shows two white, semi-transparent figures hovering above a person just baptized. It was filmed by a local ministry known for holding baptisms by the river.
Mire, como una alas. Tómale foto, hermano, tómale foto. Es que no puedo porque está en video.
But this sighting was anything but ordinary. Some say it's a metaphysical sign or even angels watching over the ceremony, while others think it might have a more down-to-earth explanation, like smoke from candles or a trick of the light. But near the end of the video, something inexplicable happens that leaves everyone scratching their heads. So, was it angels or just a clever illusion? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Ay, mire, mire como una alas. Tómale foto, hermano, tómale foto. Es que no puedo porque está en video.
Siren caught. Fishermen in the Philippines reeled in a strange catch that looked suspiciously like a merman. The top half resembled a human, but the bottom half was all fish. They hung it up to get a closer look and see what it actually was. But that was easier said than done, because they needed ever-seal hands and experienced fishermen to help finish this job. Honestly though, I think it might just be someone in a costume who got stuck. But you can decide for yourself. Bright figure. A family came to a church in Mexico for their regular prayers, and everything seemed normal. However, later, when they watched the video recorded by the camera, they were shocked. Among them was a strange glowing figure sitting there, which surprisingly no one noticed at the time.
Oh God.
This figure looked like an angel, as if it was also praying with them. This was quite puzzling for them, especially for the woman who was sitting next to the angel. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments.
Oh God.
Men in black. During a drive, this man encountered something truly bizarre. He spotted two men in sleek black suits clutching briefcases as they strolled down the desolate road. But when they noticed his car, they dashed away, and that was just the beginning.
Oh my God.
Nearby, he saw more of these mysterious figures, all gripping briefcases and staring at his car as if they'd never seen one before. To make things weirder, a blazing UFO fell behind them in the fields. Suddenly, a figure emerged, a leader wearing a deer mask and wielding a stick. And the video abruptly ends there. So, what do you think? Was this an alien mission to Earth? These guys were trying to play dress up as humans, but they really nailed the out-of-this-world look.
Oh my God. What the man?
Tentacle monster. In this chilling video from Bondi Beach, Australia, men in hazmat suits are gathered around something truly unsettling.
A strange mystical object and men in hazmat suits appeared on Sydney's Bondi Beach this morning.
It seems that the beach has been the site of an unbelievable incident involving a creature with its belly wide open and tentacles oozing from its body. The scene is both strange and disturbing. Is this the result of a government experiment gone wrong, or could there be something more sinister happening? While there's a possibility it could be a hoax, it certainly raises a lot of intriguing questions. Honestly, I'm not fully convinced. Are you? Giant lobster. Back in 2021, a group of friends came across an absolutely massive lobster, and the sight was nothing short of ordinary. They quickly sprang into action, making their way to the shore while keeping their cool throughout the capture. This giant crustacean made the friends look tiny in comparison. Just wait a second though, let's take a closer look at this extraordinary lobster. Don't you think it seems more like an art piece than a real creature? Interestingly, the Guinness Book of World Records lists the largest lobster ever caught at a whopping 44 pounds, found off the coast of Nova Scotia back in 1977. Just a little nugget of info to keep in mind before you believe this to be real. Stuckbird. Locals in a small town of Hawaii noticed something strange in the sky. At first they thought it might be a drone, but when they looked closely, they realized it was a bird who was stuck in place in the air. Some people were completely puzzled, while others figured out that it was a glitch in the Matrix. Who knows, we might see more glitches exposed along with this one. Mysterious find. A group of archaeologists discovered something in Israel which was unbelievable to them. They found a strange artifact that did not seem related to any normal ancient find. When they examined it closely, they discovered it was an alien artifact. After this discovery, multiple theories emerged. Some believed that ancient humans might have been in contact with aliens, while others thought that aliens had control over the site. But one thing is for sure, aliens have always had a connection to our world. Siberian dancing lady. It's not just aliens that have been captured in Serbia. Some have even come across menacing individuals. This man caught this shocking sight outside his window. When he zoomed in, he realized he had captured none other than the famous Serbian dancing lady. The figure, dressed in white, was weirdly dancing under the night sky, just as the legend describes. The Serbian dancing lady is a mystery that has puzzled many. Some think she's real, while others say she's just a myth. But everyone agrees that there's something very strange and supernatural about her movements. So if you thought you were safe in your home, think again. Giant mermaid. A man was exploring the woods and heading to the riverbank to get some water, but then he saw something strange. At first, he thought it might be a dolphin or some strange fish near the riverbank, but it turned out to be something entirely different. A mermaid. He couldn't believe it because he had never expected to see something like this there. It looked like the mermaid was struggling to survive, and its body was quite unusual. He observed it for a while and then left, but after that, no one ever found out what happened to the mermaid. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. In Poland, a man was exploring the woods when he suddenly noticed something strange. A group of scientists were secretly taking something out of the river. As he watched, he realized something was mysterious. After observing for a while, he understood it was a mermaid, and all this totally shocked him. Now, no one knows how long the mermaid had been there or how the scientists discovered her presence. But it is confirmed that there are many unusual things in our world, and our authorities may never want us to see them.